What up, Cowboy Nation? This your boy Cole. I got my daughter back here. Say hey. Say go Cowboys. All right. So, a lot of things went down yesterday, man. We had 2 interviews. One from Stephen Jones and one from Mike McCarthy. I'm going to start with Stephen Jones because, a lot of things that he said really frustrated me, pissed me off. Pissed off a lot of Cowboy Nation because we feel like, okay, after going through what we went through last year, after seeing how the Rams addressed things, he wasn't all in. He said, hey, that's what, what I'm saying, they did what they had to do. They made some approach. They got to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl, but we good. You know what I'm saying? Basically, our guys. You know what I'm saying? We like to pay our guys. That's just how he is. And I just feel like this same philosophy y'all been doing hasn't been working. Like, we haven't been winning playoff games. You know what I'm saying? And they not just in charge of the draft and, picking up players. They're in charge of our game plan too. He was asked about, is it the reason why he not sold on Amari Cooper? Maybe we, because we don't use him or utilize him. They want to be all this part of the scheme is wide receiver by committee instead of making him the top dog as he is. And I'm like, shoot, y'all still haven't learned y'all lesson? Like, come on now. Like, the little Killer Moore plan ain't working, man. We need to address our dogs. We need the best player need to get the ball. That's Tony Pollard at running back, and that's Amari Cooper at wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? They need to be getting most of the touches, and that's just how it is. But we playing too much politics. Me personally, I feel like the Jones family, I feel like they favor more CeeDee Lamb than they do Amari Cooper, and I'll tell you why. They drafted CeeDee Lamb. They gave him the number 88, with the legacy. It's all about the brand, man. They trying to brand this guy to be a number 1 receiver. He led the league. He led the team in receiving yards, and that's good. But Amari Cooper is a better wide receiver than CeeDee Lamb. Amari Cooper should be getting more touches than CeeDee Lamb, but they trying to force CeeDee Lamb to get most of the touches because they drafted CeeDee Lamb. They didn't draft Amari Cooper. They traded for Amari Cooper, so they don't really, they like to take care of their guys, meaning their guys is the guy that they drafted, not the guys that they traded for and paid the money to. I feel like Stephen Jones don't like the fact that they paid Amari Cooper a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And Stephen Jones really don't want to pay no players a lot of money. He don't. He want to try to give the players the least money as possible, or he'll just, be like, oh well, we can't have them, we just lose. That's just how Stephen Jones is. So, and I feel like, and I hate to be that person, man, because I love this team. I got so much faith in this team. But this team is doing the same thing that they've been doing for many, many years. And what they've been doing was playing weak. You can't play weak in this league, man. A lot of these teams, they putting it all. And the reason why they putting it all, because they got GMs that don't want to lose their jobs. We have a family-owned business that's going to be passed down for generations if they keep the team. You think they won't stick with that same philosophy? The same weak philosophy that we've been stuck in for 27 years now? Because ever since Jimmy Johnson left, things haven't been, amazing. We've been mediocre for 27 years. Yeah, there's a lot of positive thinking Cowboy fans, and I'm a positive Cowboy fan too. But at this point, it's time to wake up and open your eyes. We've been mediocre, and I'm gonna say it. We've been mediocre for 27 years. And let me tell you what comes in the mediocre. Yeah, we have good regular season wins. The 2017 was a great team. That was a great team. You know what was mediocre about that? Tony Romo going to Cabo, him and Jason Witten, instead of being focused on the playoff game. We can go ahead and take it back to whenever we went to the playoffs, first with Tony Romo. Him fumbling the football. You know what I'm saying? Now, 2014, I'm not going to blame that because we were cheated that year. 2016, I'm not going to blame that. We had a good year, a good run. We just lost. But most of this team mediocre, like going 8-8 for so many years, sticking with the same coach for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Last year, we was 12-5. We start being mediocre when we start losing to good teams. And I hate when the talking heads say that, but it's true. It's true. I'm gonna call it what it is. We've been losing the good teams. We beat the Chargers and the Patriots, but we lost to. I'm gonna say the Raiders were a good team. They made it to the playoffs. They contended when they went through a lot of adversity. You know what I'm saying? We lost to the Chiefs. That's a game that I wanted us to win for sure, because the Chiefs, that was a statement game to me, because we were playing Patrick Mahomes at their house. You know what I'm saying? Us beating that team would have been great. You know what I'm saying? We lost to the Bucks. Even though it was a good game, we played well. We just didn't play good enough. We could have won that game, but we missed a lot of field goals, and there was a lot of points left on the field. I mean, and I just want us to. I know other teams be in more worse situations. I just want us to win, man. I just want us to take, at least if I know that we took the right approaches on things and we won meaningful, good games, like a Chiefs game, you know what I'm saying, on the road. Or, this is the opportunity for you to get the number 1 seed, beat the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. We not doing that. Now, but we stumping all the easy teams. You know what I'm saying? We stumping them. But when we come to a team with a good team, we can't make it happen. Now let's move on to Mike McCarthy. So Mike McCarthy basically was, and I feel for Mike McCarthy because he's going through a lot, man. He's the media kept bringing up the Sean Payton stuff, and they keep on asking him about his game management, and they just really talking about Mike McCarthy like he's trash. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say I'm a big Mike McCarthy fan. I respect him enough because he won a Super Bowl. A lot of people say I don't believe in the wording of he only won a Super Bowl because he got Aaron Rodgers. Well, Aaron Rodgers haven't won a Super Bowl since he left Mike McCarthy. So I'm gonna keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? You can say the same thing about. Okay, say something. Good job. Now, so but Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers in a minute, okay? Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, they haven't won a Super Bowl, since they left each other. So we can look at it both ways. So let's go ahead and move forward from that. The whole thing about us dropping Mike McCarthy and getting Sean Payton. I would like Sean Payton to be our head coach, but I'm just saying it is kind of the same. They have one. We haven't seen Mike McCarthy call plays. And that falls down to the whole Jones family bullshit philosophy, because you got to think, Mike McCarthy was calling plays at Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? He was running that West Coast offense. We're not running a West Coast offense. If we were, man, we'll be good. That includes a lot of quick passes. That's focused on the running game. That's something that we should have used with that team that we had last year. We would have been very explosive, especially with Tony Pollard. But we didn't do it. We had to stick with the boring offense, predictable offense that ended up being predictable. Kellen Moore has a horrible. He doesn't know how to adjust in halftime. He does the same thing. He doesn't know how to stick to the running game. He want to pass more, and that's the problem that we've been having They asked what are the main focuses that Mark McCarthy going to address in the offseason. He said basically being, you know what I'm saying, being more disciplined on penalties, and I forgot what else he had said. Both of them didn't say nothing about him running the ball. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's big part of the plan. But you know, Mike McCarthy like to hold things back. You know, that's what he does. But I hope that inside his head he said, man, we're gonna run this ball. And they asked about why Tony Pollard wasn't getting the most touches. He gave us a bullshit excuse about, you know, praising Ezekiel Elliott and all that crap. And then we also learned about Dak Prescott's surgery. Shoulder surgery, which is his left shoulder, his non-throwing shoulder. It's just a cleanup. A lot of people freaking out. Let me tell you something. Just Dak Prescott is a quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Little stuff like this gonna blow up. A lot of athletes get cleanup surgeries in the offseason if something's bugging them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get them right. They like to get the surgery early so it won't linger throughout the offseason. They can be ready for the training camp. So with him getting a little cleanup, you know, surgery, that doesn't bother me. They did say that it's not going to affect or hold him back from any off-season, you know what I'm saying, trainings. So it's nothing to worry about on Dak. Dak is fine. Man, you'll be surprised how many quarterbacks out here have surgery. Tom Brady was playing with a torn MCL or something. His MCL was torn. He ain't got surgery on that. We barely heard about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is, man. Like, we get so much of the highlight. I'm over here sitting at home. They highlighting this thing all in like every network, talking about Dak Prescott's surgery. I'm like, the dude is fine. And I bet you they gonna talk about it today on the Talking Heads gonna talk about it, man. So we just gonna see, man. We just gonna see. But just to close things out, I like to give Bird Game 31 a shout out. Even though he an Eagles fan, he invited me over to his media group. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of his content and a lot of the other guys' contents in our group. We gonna talk, you know, bring out a lot of content together, scenarios together. We're gonna do shows together. So I'm gonna be linking up with a lot of different teams. At the end of the day, we all love football. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk our trash together. We're gonna prep and see, you know, peek into the windows of other teams. It's gonna be fun. So I appreciate Bird Game 31 for opening his wings for me to come into his media group. And look forward to a lot of good content. Y'all be easy, be safe out there. And furthermost, go Cowboys.